So this video blog marks my return to video blogging, my return to YouTube. And unfortunately, it's not with a whirl, but with a whimper, because this video blog is going to be all about failure, which means, um, yes, which means it's going to be entertaining for most of you who have been waiting for this video blog. You have been wondering, when are we going to get the truth? When is Renetto going to come out of the closet again, um, from his seemingly perfect life and tell us, the truth? So this is going to be it. This is the one you've been waiting for. The truth is, I have been avoiding video blogging because there wasn't a lot I wanted to say. I was trying to get through a patch in my life so that when I really dedicated myself again to long form, unedited video blogging, that it would be a triumphant return. And I could tell you about all of my successes, and I could tell you about uh, what it's like to be a great entrepreneur, and how if you just push on, everything works out, and follow your heart, it will lead you to your dreams. But following my heart has led me to near poverty. I swear to you, I'm only laughing because it's so painfully true. And I'm a pretty emotional guy. So I'm going to go from either kind of chuckling through this thing or like start crying. And I'm not going to start crying. I already promised myself that. This is like the, um, uh, yeah, it's whatever. So let me just keep moving. So where do I begin? And how do I keep this under 3 hours? So I have uh, been very successful uh, throughout the majority of my life at following my heart and making things happen, just kind of living my dreams, if you will. And the financial rewards always followed. And I was biting off kind of like little chunks of things, just in small little places, making headway in like a small little retail store, or a product or a patent that was in a a little tiny corner of the universe. And those were challenges, but they were small challenges compared to what I've been trying to do for the last 5 years. And that is, since I discovered YouTube, I have been on a quest, an obsession, if you will, um, to add to make better, to become part of the future of sharing our lives through video. And I have failed miserably at that, time after time after time. Now, the project that I'm currently involved in, Glimpse, is not a failure. It's not over. It's ongoing, but it feels like failure because there hasn't been kind of any explosive growth. And so it's starting to, like, it's like, is the handwriting on the wall that this app, this latest project that that I've invested everything that I have into, if it doesn't go, what the hell am I going to do? That's kind of like where I'm at. I have been involved in so many things, and I have uh, always succeeded. I don't know what else to say. I have always succeeded. And succeeding means that I've accomplished goals that I set out to accomplish, and that I made money doing it. I haven't made any money from new ideas in years, not weeks, not months, years. I'm going through a drought, a financial drought that I can no longer sustain. Basically, I have patents and I get royalty income from those patents, but those products have to be updated. Those products and those relationships, they have to, you have to work on them, or they just kind of go like this. And I have made a lot of money, relatively speaking, not millions and millions, but I've made enough money to sustain myself, my wife, my 4 kids, a very nice lifestyle for years and years and years off of royalties. And man, I don't feel it. I have felt invincible. I have felt like the man with the golden hand, the green thumb, the golden, whatever the heck, you know what I'm trying to say. The guy that whatever I touch turns to gold. The goose that could lay the golden egg. I mean, where do we go? It just keeps, but I'm not that guy. And feeling as invincible as I did, and now feeling as vulnerable as I do, it's like I do not know how to deal with this. I have to go get a job. Oh yes, you're feeling sorry for me. Paul's got to go get a job. Poor thing. He's got to do what we all have to do every day. His wife has to go get a job. Poor Paul. I mean, he has to come down off of his ivory tower and become normal like everybody else that's working their asses off to it all. I told you this wasn't going to happen. And I also told you I wasn't going to edit the video. So that, you get it real. You get it raw. God damn. I've already failed again at this, Okay, get back to laughing. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that there's a price to, there's a price to living like I've lived the last few years and chasing my dreams at, almost any expense. And I've never really had to pay that price, because I've been so lucky. And hold on one second. That's my mom. Gotta answer the call when hey, hello? 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 Somebody was dialing when I was talking. They were doot, doot, doot. So I don't know if she called me accidentally or she's trying to redial me. We'll find out in a second if she calls back. But, so when I came onto YouTube, everything changed. Everything in my life, everything that I wanted to be, everything that I ever dreamed about, everything changed. I was going down this road and being very successful and inventing things and had relationships, and I had access to factories, and all I needed was just to plug in products, man, and just sit back and roll in it. And I landed on YouTube, and it rocked my world, and my world is still rocking, only I haven't been able to turn this into anything, financially viable. And I didn't even want to. I got proud in a sense that I didn't need to make money on YouTube. And all around me, people were saying, hey, I'm not like, Reneto. I'm not like Paul Robinette. If I don't make money doing YouTube, I got to go back to waiting tables. I got to go back to, going to casting calls and stuff like this is my life. And I, in a sense, wanted this to be my life. I wanted to be like, but there was something about doing YouTube and video blogging and pitching products and asking for subscribers and monetizing all the videos. There was something about it that I couldn't do, and it was pride. It was like I don't need their money, because I have this royalty income from all these other products and all this other shit that I've done in my whole life, and my retail store and all these things. Most of you that have watched me for years know all about that stuff. And I was in a position where I didn't need it. So it kind of gave me a sense of like, so I'll just, call it like it is. And if they throw me off, they throw me off. If I don't make money, I don't care. But there was always something inside of me that, wished that I could, just like have like do this, just do this, just make daily like what Charles Trippy does, just or the Shaytards guy, what's Shay Carl, like to just or even like Philip DeFranco, he just gets on here and he talks, he just does the news kind of thing, and I would see these guys. And I saw them becoming very popular, and I saw them turning this little YouTube thing into like a career. And and what I like about what they do is it's not, full blown production stuff, which I like that stuff. It's just not me, I just kind of want to do this. I want to talk, but it's not as profitable. So I said, well, at least it hasn't ever been for me. So like I said to myself, so I don't need to make money off this. I don't need, this will just be like my little thing. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would, when I would not get views, I would get mad. When I would see other people being successful just doing this, I would get jealous. And so I just kind of said, you know what? Forget about this. Forget about this opportunity that was handed to me. Once again, one of those, I just wander onto YouTube. The next thing you know, I'm one of the most popular people on the service. And I, but it was like, I let my ego or my pride or my sense of, hey, I don't need their money. Uh, I'm going to go build my own YouTube. I'm going to build, an app or a service, or I'm going to get involved in this space, and I'm going to succeed at it. I've succeeded at everything else I've ever done. But I tried a project called Sorf that failed. I tried a project called the Tropolis that failed. I tried a project called Vloggerheads, which is still ongoing, but is a failure in a commercial sense. So, meaning it can't be sustained, at least not by me. Um, with my time, it doesn't cost a lot of money. I don't want to get into all the details, and there are people on Vloggerheads right now that I don't want to, I don't want to be disparaging to, because we succeeded in doing lots of really interesting things over there. But my point is that I'm sitting around just dreaming big. I'm like shooting for the moon. You hear these inspiring TED Talks and they say, what would you do if you didn't have to worry about making money? What would you try to accomplish? How big would you dream if it weren't about the money? And I was like all about, hey man, I'm one of those guys. I don't care about the money. Well, I didn't care about the money because I had money coming in, not because I really didn't care about the money. Because if you don't care about the money, you can't pay your internet bill and you can't upload videos to YouTube. You can't own an iPhone and that has a camera in it and just shoot stuff. You can't have a MacBook Pro to edit it on. You can't support your family. You got to go out and work so your kids can, live, so your family can live. And I just somehow was like above it all. And I squandered an opportunity to take my YouTube popularity and turn it into something that could sustain me financially. At the height of my YouTube channel, I was making about $3,000 a month, which is a lot of money, for doing nothing, for like these videos that I had up there with, that were just churning out views, not, like entertaining stuff, the Diet Coke Mentos stuff, and they're just in these thumbnail pics, and look, there's a game you can play, and it just makes money, or at least it did for me. But then, like, I wasn't happy making money that way, and if you go look on my YouTube channel right now, there are like 75, 80 videos. I've taken down hundreds and hundreds of videos. And now I make like about $300 a month, maybe $275 a month on my YouTube channel. And which I didn't care. It was like I didn't care, but I did. And I wasn't honest about how much I cared until like I'm looking at my life and all of these projects, you know, like the Glimpse project that I'm currently doing. It's a big pie in the sky, dream big. Who cares if it makes money? You know, people ask me, what's the business model? Well, what's the business model for YouTube when it started? When Twitter, when Facebook, when whatever? What's the Instagram's business model? What are all of these social networks? The business model is this: is if you get enough people using it, you advertise. That's the business model. It's got to be huge, though. You know, some people go out there and go, well, I'm going to build an app, or I'm going to build a service, and I'm going to charge for the app. I'm going to charge for the service. I built the My YouTube app so you could follow all of your subscribers and everything on YouTube. I built Nick Long has helped me with all, you know, has been my partner in all of this, but um, we built this website for like YouTube stats. We just gave everything away. That website cost us like $800 a month. And at some point, we had to turn it off. I couldn't afford it to run it anymore. Well, you know, and then it's like, I don't know if there were enough people to, you know, have a subscription model. There's something with me and money, and like I have a disconnect with it, which gives me like this crazy ability to like not care about the money and just go for it. And normally, when I've done that, it just worked itself out. And this time it's not. 5 years now that I've had project after project after project that's cost me money. It's cost me everything that I've got. And you can dream big until the death of those dreams starts killing the people around you. You know, when my kids are grown, my wife and I are sitting in a little house somewhere, and I can just dream big and do big things. And if I fail, it doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't hurt anything, it doesn't embarrass my kids. You know, maybe I can dream big again. But I feel like I gotta stop dreaming, and it hurts. It's like it's fucking killing me. You know, I gotta join the real world. I gotta grow the fuck up and just, you know, and I have income coming in. I still have royalties from things. It's enough probably to sustain a normal family, but like I've kind of created this machine that takes more money, and I've scaled back. And I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me because I am so blessed. And there's a lot of things that I've done in the past that are still working. There's some relationships that I've ruined. There are opportunities that have been missed. There are, you know, fortunes that I've squandered. But in all of that, I still have somewhat of a safety net. I still have an income. My house has been, you know, in foreclosure twice in the last, you know, year and a half. And we're caught up on things now, and I'm not trying to like get all crazy. What I'm saying is that the roller coaster ride of feast and famine is not cheap. You know, it's expensive. It costs somebody, you know, when you fail. And you know, I want to say go dream big, go do anything, go make it happen. But I was talking to somebody. I'm starting another project. You know, I have this bike that I've been obsessed about for years, an idea for a bike called a stand-up bike. And I built a prototype in the fall, and I took it to a bike builder um, a couple of days ago. And you know, he's really excited about working on this project with me. And his wife, they have known me for years, but have followed me through YouTube, but knew me personally, you know, way before that. But they've kind of followed my life through YouTube. And you know, when I called them and said, "Hey, you guys have a bike shop. Your husband's a bike builder. I have this project," and she was so excited to talk to me. And she was like, "Wow, we're going to get to be involved with Paul Robinette, and everything you touch turns to gold." And people send me emails. You know, I got one yesterday. Man, I really miss your video blogs on YouTube. They're so inspirational. And I've just been feeling. I want to inspire people to do what I've done, but without this video blog, where you see the whole picture. where you see the ugly side of being out on a limb, being unemployed in a braggadocious way. You know that there's two sides to it all, and everything I touch does not turn to gold. And, we have, I don't want to get into all the details and completely humiliate my whole entire family, but I am blessed. I have been blessed. I will keep on keeping on. But I would love to come back to YouTube and talk about it without, once again, worrying about if I get any views on this video and the painful comments of, oh, look, you don't get any views on your videos anymore. And, just dealing with all that shit. It's painful, but there's no way to put it out there without, putting yourself out there. Um, all right, that's enough for now. Will my bike project succeed? Can I even go through with it? Will Glimpse fail? Will the royalties on my Canopy Chair and Renetto products just go away? We've been through legal battles and, it's all normal stuff. It's what happens. That's what it's like. I mean, this isn't like failure in every sense of the word. It's just reality. Will I quit trying to build stuff and just, could I make a living doing YouTube? Could I do daily video blogs and eke out a living? Do I got to take on sponsors? Do I got to go to things and pimp out my channel? Do I have to have a fancy intro? Here comes Renetto. He's going to inspire us. He's going to cry. He's going to laugh. Here comes Renetto. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I had to make this video blog. And I'm going to try not to delete it tomorrow morning when I realize how far out there I've put myself and my family. But if you're watching it right now, it's still up and I'm still trying to figure it out.